SmackDown is in Kansas City, Missouri tonight, and this show is going to feature Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a match that will determine who faces AJ Styles at Fastlane. Shane McMahon comes out, panders to the Kansas City crowd as usual. He starts talking about Daniel Bryan, how he feels Daniel Bryan is giving Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn opportunities. And Daniel Bryan comes out, everyone does the big yes chant. And Shane kind of runs him down on the mic, and one thing Shane mentions is everyone wants to see you wrestle in the ring again, and the fans just went absolutely nuts. They kept going, yes, yes, yes. That's not going to happen. I don't ever see Daniel Bryan wrestling in the WWE ring again. He will wrestle, but not in the WWE. They're going back and forth again, and Shane says, I think he says to Daniel Bryan, you're living vicariously through Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and that got Bryan angry. And again, it sees tension between the two of them, like they're going to have a match. Where, like, it's weird. It's like there's not going to be a payoff. It'll probably be like Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn's corner against Kevin Owens. It was worth noting, during the segment, they start chanting Rusev Day, so I think Daniel Bryan knows what it's like to have his promo hijacked. And then they're interrupted by AJ Styles, who goes off. He gets mad. He's cutting a decent promo. AJ's never been a great promo. Then they start running down the show in some of the matches. You have Charlotte and Liv Morgan. And of course, you have Sami and KO, and you also have Rusev against defending or a challenge for the US title against Bobby Roode, and they're going to also do that top 10 thing. So there's some stuff on the show. They go backstage to the New Day. They kind of referenced the Booker T, Corey Graves incidents. They kind of did. It's actually really funny. New Day again. I'm sick of that pancake gimmick. Then we go to a match. It's Liv Morgan and Charlotte, and I think we might see something with Carmella. So before the match, actually, they do a backstage skit where they see AJ Styles, and he's approached by Nakamura, and Nakamura says, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. The way he's talking, he's probably not going to be AJ at WrestleMania. And then they go to the ring, and Liv Morgan and Charlotte. So, and I'm expecting them to have a match. I mean, we all know Charlotte's going to win. I want to see if Carmella comes. So the match was nothing. I mean, Riot Squad got ejected. Charlotte wins with the figure 8. We all know she's going to win. And no Carmella. Like, not even nothing. They mentioned what she did last week. We didn't even get to see Carmella. That kind of sucked. I was kind of expecting to see her. So they go to Renee Young backstage, and she's with Kevin Owens, actually. And she asks if he can, if Kevin wonders if Sami can land losing to him, and they're teasing the Ascension. I'm kind of thinking, I hope they don't split. I really don't want to see the split again. I don't want to see these two wrestle anymore. Bludgeon Brothers are Harper, Rowe, and Bludgeon Brothers. They completely destroy some couple jobbers no one's heard of. Just completely destroyed them. Then they're interrupted by the Usos, and the Usos come out. It's kind of a reverse of last week, in which Harper and Ron interrupted the Usos. Usos come in, they interrupt them, and Harper and Ron take their sledgehammers, literally, and goes to the back. And Usos go off. They cut another great promo. These guys are awesome on the mic. It's not as good as last week, but it was another really good promo. Kind of talking about their careers, like recapping their careers. And they also hype up. Corey Graves actually mentioned this. He actually mentioned Jimmy Uso and Naomi are married. I don't think they've really acknowledged that on television, if I'm not mistaken, or they've ever made it into a storyline. They're teaming up in the Mixed Match Challenge, by the way, against Mandy Rose and Goldust, and they've been airing those promos. I have to say, Mandy Rose and Goldust have a lot of chemistry together. They can actually be good. If Goldust was 10 years younger, I wouldn't mind seeing Mandy Rose in the Marlena role. When she was with Goldust, Terry Runnels. I think that she'd actually do good with Goldust, but I mean, she's way too old, and you don't want to waste Mandy on that. Then they go to Daniel Bryan, who announces the top 10 list. I think this is stupid. I don't like it. I don't know. Ty Dillinger's number 10, who's done nothing in this whole year, has been on the main roster. Randy Orton, number 9. Kind of low. Becky Lynch, 8, so I guess it's woman 2. This is bullshit. The Usos are number 7. Those guys should be in the top 3. Maybe even number 2. Maybe number 3 behind AJ and Charlotte. That's bullshit. Now, number 6 is the New Day, which is bullshit. Why the fuck are they ahead of the Usos? 5 is Bobby Roode, who he's the U.S. champ, but man, that guy sucks. He's boring as fuck. I'm sorry. 4 is Naomi. Why the hell is she that high? She hasn't done anything since she lost that title. Why the fuck is she number 4? 3 is Nakamura. Okay, he's the Royal Rumble winner. 2 Charlotte, no complaints there, and 1 AJ, of course. Didn't mind it too much. The top 3 are fine. I didn't agree with the placements. Not who was on the list, just the placements was just weird. Then it's funny, when I was complaining about the New Day being ahead of the Usos, Corey Graves flips out, why the hell are the New Day ahead of the Usos? And then they go right to the New Day backstage and saying, six. That's about the amount of chance they give Corey Graves in a street fight. So again, they continue to mention the Booker T stuff. That's funny. I think Xavier was actually really funny. They do that fucking awful selfie fucking promo. I hate those with Alien English and Rusev. God damn, those fucking promos suck. Even though Rusev is massively over, fuck those damn stupid selfie promos. So fucking stupid. I mean, I don't know why the fuck. What's their infatuation with these fucking promos? They fucking suck. Fucking tout. Aiden English is he's in the ring now. He's gonna introduce Rusev, and Rusev's gonna get a big pop. Rusev's out. Definitely playing up the Rusev Day. He's massively over. What can you say? But I have to. I think this match is gonna be boring. Bobby Roode's match is just bored the fuck out of me. Bobby Roode wins the match. Whatever. It was kind of interesting. Right after the match, Randy Orton comes and he RKO's Bobby Roode. I think that could be a WrestleMania match, Randy Orton and Bobby Roode for the US. There's nothing for Orton to do. WrestleMania, that's fine as a title match. As a mid-card match, that's okay. Maybe a triple threat with Rusev. I'd like to see Rusev featured, just not thrown into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So we come backstage, and you have Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable doing their own fashion file skit, making fun of Breezango and the Ascension. It was whatever. Now they're facing the Ascension. As over as the Usos are, I think Benjamin and Gable, I kind of wish they would have won the tag titles, but they beat the Ascension. I don't know, they're not teasing a split. I hope they don't split. I kind of like them together. Backstage, you see Sami Zayn being interviewed, and he's saying tonight, he's talking about stepping out of Kevin Owens' shadow and stuff. That's fine. Up next, it's main event time. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. This show's been okay. The top 10 list was kind of disappointing. Some of the opening segments, there was a lot of talking to start. We haven't seen much of Becky. Not too much Becky Lynch. That's disappointing. But, again, they keep hyping up this mixed match challenge. Jamie Uso and Naomi against Mandy Rose and Goldust. The ratings are here just going down. Started off good the first week, and the last 2 weeks they keep going down, and it's not going to do good. So, looks like this is a flop. May as well just put on the WWE Network. I kind of would have watched it. I just can't fucking get it in Canada. So actually, before Sami's interview, they had this thing with the New Day who were being interviewed. They're boring me to death. Another thing I noticed, speaking of Black History Month, they did that whole thing with Roman Reigns. I hated it at first. I hated it Monday night. When you have one African American talking, a Titus O'Neil talking, and Roman Reigns, they had Mark Henry last night, but Roman Reigns is perfect for this. And WWE, Samoans are black. I mean, the Usos are black. They act black. One of them's married to Naomi. He's a lucky guy. But they're black. I mean, they act black. They get to be black. I guess if you're Samoan WWE, you're black. For whatever reason, there's no... I think if there was white wrestlers acting like that, they wouldn't go over as well. But I guess if you're in Samoan, you're black. Roman Reigns is black. He's allowed to talk about it. He was oppressed. I mean, he knows what it's talking about going into that damn Black History Museum. Roman Reigns is black. Everyone, if you're Samoan, you're black in WWE. So I guess they never knew this. The Usos just get to be black. So if you're Samoan, you're black. That's why it makes perfect sense to have Roman Reigns do these Black History Months. Anyway, main events, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. AJ Styles is on commentary. We'll see what happens here. AJ Styles interferes in the match. Sami Zayn confronts him. He beats up Sami. I'm assuming it's a DQ triple threat at Fastlane. And yes, Daniel Bryan makes the match official. It's a triple threat match. It just did the fucking same match at the Royal Rumble, except it was a handicap match. That's why I think they held back a bit at the Rumble. They knew they were going to have to do this triple threat match at Fastlane, so it is what it is. I don't know. I'm kind of sick of this. I don't know where they're going. I would like to see Daniel Bryan cheering command against KO and Sami. That'd be kind of cool at WrestleMania, but I don't know. It's just too predictable. We know AJ's winning, so. Again, Fastlane's just a pit stop, so SmackDown was okay tonight. One thing I'm starting to really know, I hate that WrestleMania sign, that damn green that always had that fucking LED that just lights up. I don't know. It kind of distracts me, but that's it for SmackDown. It was okay. Not a crazy good show from Kansas City, just another filler show on the road to WrestleMania.